What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys about control freaks and about monitors. It's a very frequently asked question that I get. You know, what kind of control freaks do you use? Do you use control freaks? Do you use a monitor? Which kind of monitor should I get? So I thought I'd make a video today talking about that and answer those questions for you guys. So me personally, and by the way, this video is ad-free. I'm not getting paid to talk about control freaks. I'm not getting paid to talk about these monitors. Control freaks, if you somehow see this video, please reach out to me though for a sponsorship deal. The amount of folks that ask me about your products on a daily basis, I feel like we could work something out. So control freaks, if you're out there, if you see this video somehow, reach out to me, man. Reach out to me. I can get, you know, some kind of creator code going with you guys. Same with the monitors that we're about to talk about. So this is pretty much also why I wouldn't even mind getting a control freaks sponsorship or something like that, because here's basically the deal with me with control freaks, right? So I used to use them. I used them for a very long time. I used a lot of different brands, pretty much whatever I could find up at Best Buy or whatever, at Walmart or a GameStop. I would use the control freaks. But I stopped using them after a while. I don't use them now, only because after a while the control freaks would kind of wear out on me. I mean, some are a little bit different than others. You guys can see by how much I jump in these videos and all that kind of stuff. When I play video games, it's like I got a whole body interaction. I use a controller, you know. I tend to rip the control freaks after a while. Like, they'll be fine for, you know, a little while, but after a while they end up ripping, and they don't, you know, the rubber comes off the plastic, or the rubber comes off, like, whatever it is that's underneath it. I think it's like plastic that ends up coming off after a while. So what ended up happening is, after a few years of buying these things, you know, it's like they're like $17 a pop usually. I mean, maybe you can get them cheaper some way or somehow, but for me, they're always about $17, and I only like the lower ones. I don't like the high-rise ones at all, because the high-rise ones always pop off. Like, I'll push up on the right stick too fast using analog pitching, and the thing will pop off. So I don't like using the high-rise ones. I only like the low-rise ones. Then they would rip over a period of time, and after spending like $100 on these things, it's just like I didn't want to keep spending money on them. I didn't want to keep buying them over and over again into oblivion, because they just, you know, eventually are gonna wear out on me. So I just stopped using them altogether. Do they give you a little bit of a boost? Do they make it easier to hit? I mean, yeah, they probably do, I guess. But the one thing I would say is, if you think you're gonna put on control freaks and then just become way better at the game, I don't think that's how it works. It might make it a little bit easier, but it's really gonna be all about getting in and practicing and stuff like that. That's why I also haven't bought them in maybe a year or so now. I mean, they're kind of fun to buy. I still have like odds and ends ones all over the place in a way. You know, I probably have, like, I'm literally looking at one that's on my desk right now. It's a tall rise, but the tall rise always come with the smaller rise ones. Not always, but they kind of do. So I'm looking at one right now that I have, but I never use the tall rise ones. But the ones that I do like are the smaller ones. I believe they're the CQC. My favorite were always these green ones when I could find them. I like the green ones that just say like KF on them. Those are my favorites. I'm gonna hop over on Control Freak's website right now so I can like look at some of them, and I'll give you guys some recommendations based on ones that I've used in the past. I'm over on the Control Freaks website now, controlfreak.com/collections/thumbsticks. Just taking a look at these. I like the mid and the low. I do not like the high at all. The low ones that they have are Omni and Alpha. I'd recommend both of those. They are I just like the low personally. I mean, put whatever control freaks you guys use down in the comment section below. I also see them partnering with like Fortnite and a lot of first-person shooter games. They really should get a partnership with MLB The Show. I really wonder if they know how much people that play MLB The Show use their game. I guess they got game types like sports. Let's see. They got the Rush. Those are okay. I've used those before. Let me go look at the mid. The Rush are okay. The FPS Freak CQCs. I really like the CQCs. I think those FPS Freaks CQCs, the black ones, would be good. I wouldn't have too much of a problem with those Modern Warfare ones. Those probably be fine. Let's see. The green CQC signatures, those are the ones I really liked a lot. Those are probably my favorite ones that I ever used, were the FPS Freak CQC signatures. I really like those a lot. And then these black CQCX, those look fine too. I don't really have a problem with like the Atomic or the Icon X or any of these. Like that Overwatch with the bunny rabbit, I really don't particularly like a lot, I guess. But yeah, I really like using the I like using the green CQC signatures. Those are the ones I always really liked using a lot. I also liked, out of the lows, I liked using the Omnis a lot. The Alphas look like they'd be really good too. I actually probably really like the Alphas a lot. I definitely like those. Anything low, I don't like the bigger, taller ones. Those are just not good for me. They pop off too much. I do not like them. I like the lower ones, but that's just me. That's what I like personally. So I thought I would let you guys know about that. And again, I like using them personally. I do like using them, but I don't use them now because, like I said, I spent so much money on them over time that it just was another thing to keep buying. And I didn't think they are as important to have as the next thing we are going to talk about, and that is getting a monitor to use to play MLB The Show. I think that is something that we really need to talk about, and a lot of people ask me about, and also we really need to get into. Okay, so now let's talk about monitors. Now, monitors, to me, this is something that you really should get if you try to play. If you play PlayStation, you know, 3 to 4 hours a night, you're always playing PlayStation, and specifically you're playing MLB The Show. Maybe you play first-person shooter type of games, you know, your Call of Duties, your Fortnites, all that jazz. A monitor is really worth it to have. When I got my monitors, I think I got them back in MLB The Show. I want to say I got them back in MLB The Show 16, I believe, is when I got my monitors for the first time. And man, it makes a huge difference. It's one of those purchases that you make that you just never regret making. It's one of those things that it's one of those purchases that I just like could not live without gaming wise. And one of my buddies, actually the guy that makes the music for my YouTube channel, Elite 80s, if you guys haven't subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. His links are in the description. He actually had gaming monitors, I want to say like a year or two before I got them in 2016. And I'd put it off for a really long time. I didn't know what the advantage of it really was. And then when I got them, I think I got mine, you know, maybe like 120, 150 bucks. I ended up buying one, then I bought another one. So I have like my computer on one and I have my PlayStation on one. And I'm thinking about buying a third one. But basically, it just gives you, when you play it on a TV, so let's just talk about MLB The Show, because most of you guys are going to obviously be watching this from MLB The Show. When you play on a TV, the fastball, it's way more difficult to react to. You can try to put it in game mode or what have you, but it's way harder to react to because there's input lag between when you're pressing X and what you're seeing on the screen. That's the advantage that the monitor gives you. It doesn't have as much input lag. You want to get under 5 milliseconds of input lag. Mine are 2 milliseconds of input lag. I didn't buy like the top tier, most amazing monitor in the world. I went to Micro Center and I bought stuff that was more affordable. Really, I don't know if the human eye can detect more than 5 milliseconds of input lag. There's like also like the MHS, like the refresh rate. I don't think that matters as much for PS4. I think you could get more. I think you could have like 60 or lower. I think for PS5 they might implement that more, but again, that's not really I'm not an extreme expert on how all that's gonna work. I think if you got like 144, you know, that would be better for PS5, but it's not gonna matter for PS4. I think you only need 60. So if you're looking for something for the PS5, maybe you go 144, you know, with the refresh rate, but I don't think it's as important as the millisecond lag time. And again, I'm sure there are going to be people in the comment section of this video that know more about the technicalities of monitors than I do. So do not hesitate to leave a comment down there talking about this, especially if you know what you're talking about when it comes to this stuff. But for me personally, what I recommend is you get a monitor under 5 milliseconds of lag time, as close to 1 millisecond of lag time as you can. I use 2 milliseconds of lag time. I've been thinking about getting something that has 1 millisecond of lag time, just because it's been a while since I bought a new one, and I need another monitor for my chat when I'm streaming. And I need 2 monitors for my main computer. So I was thinking about taking this one off and then going and getting like a nicer gaming monitor. But I can tell you guys straight up, like with the Kontrol Freaks, you know, it's not as important. It really isn't. After a while of getting them, I just like, I don't want to get them anymore. If I got a sponsorship with them though, it would be completely different. I would get them all the time. But it's just like, after spending 150 bucks over time, it's just like, man, I don't really want to get these things. But with the monitor, you will love it. I swear you will love it. At least for me and most people that I talk to, like, yeah, it's gonna cost you 120, 150 bucks. I would recommend that you get it if you play a lot of PlayStation. You know, if you're on PlayStation all the time and you're like a gamer and you're playing it all the time and you're trying to play competitively, definitely get it. You will absolutely love it. It's one of those things you turn on and you instantly love it, and you love it for years. I can't recommend doing it enough. And you can spend as much as you want to spend in the budget. Just look for that millisecond response time. Go to like a micro center or something like that. If if this video hasn't educated you enough, go talk to the guy. Tell him you want a gaming monitor. You know, tell him that, and those guys will know what you're talking about. And basically, I don't know. I just love having it. So I get a ton of use out of it. I've loved every second of it. Make sure you have a headset though, because not a lot of monitors have speakers. And if you just casually play this video game, you know, if you just casually play every so often, you just kind of play offline against the computer or what have you, and you're not really like trying to play online, you don't need a monitor in that situation. You know what I mean? You don't need a monitor in that situation. But if you love to play PlayStation, it's going to help you across all games. It's going to be great for MLB The Show. It might be great for GTA. It's good for the Call of Duties and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's good for that as well. But I really like having a monitor. It's one of those things that I just absolutely cannot. I just love to have it. It's an amazing thing to have. Now, if you want to know more about the specs of my monitor, go into my Twitch chat, twitch.tv/MovieGamingTV. Go into my Twitch chat and type !monitor. That will tell you the specs of the monitor that I have. But if you also go into our chat and you type in, and you can do this at any time, we don't have to be live or anything like that, it'll spit back out the link at you. Baseball Matt, one of our mods in the chat, went through and found a good, affordable 1 millisecond lag time BenQ monitor. I really like BenQ products. I don't think the brand of the monitor is really that important at all, but BenQ has been like a solid monitor making. This is kind of what BenQ does. They make gaming monitors. They've been big in the esports community for a long time type of deal. If you go into our chat and you just type in !monitor 2, !monitor 2, it will bring up a link to that monitor. So BenQ, if you're listening, man, I swear I'm selling Kontrol Freaks and I'm selling monitors left and right. If you guys somehow, some way see this video, hit me up. But right now this video is not an ad. I'm just saying that would be a really good choice of one to use. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope this helps out in answering this question about monitors and Kontrol Freaks. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have any other questions. This should be the end all be all of this question. I hope people understand. I'm gonna refer people to this video in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.